edition of the Fight Factor Wrestling Podcast. I guess that was 2 wrestlings. It's Dave Sturchio. It's Tommy D. It is Chris Payne. There is no Tommy Tequila today. He has officially started.
It's a dry show.
His sabbatical. Yes, it's a dry show. There is no tequila on
We got
board.
stuck with the shitty Tommy. What?
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, well, at least you said it, not me.
Your lips to God's ears, brother.
Broadcasting live from the Richard Lucas Chevrolet and Subaru studio in Matawan, New Jersey, a.k.a. Chop Studios. You guys need to do a podcast or you want to do any kind of content, OnlyFans, anything you want. Did I slip that in there by accident? You can come on down to Chop Studios and I'll take care
grinder?
of you. I'll take what? I'm sorry.
Whoa.
No, he meant grinder.
I didn't mean anything, actually.
You and I meant
slipped.
OnlyFans. He meant grinder.
I don't know what
Neither
anything
one of them
is.
are paying us, by the way.
Do you know what's funny? I've never, and again,
Ain't gone on grinder?
no, well, that too. I've never, I guess you guys could both speak to this. Like, dating apps got popular, but we were past the game already, right?
Oh, I have no idea how to talk to women now.
You know,
That's what I'm saying. Like,
there's no way possible I could be single today because all they care about is their body count.
Oh, no, I would have killed myself.
yeah, I mean, I want to say the remotely last thing I was ever on was Plenty of Fish. Do you remember that one?
I remember that. I know
Still
that.
around.
Is it still around? I don't know.
So
I'm
this
just
is my thing. I
dating
would have.
advice with Fight Factor
You
Wrestling.
guys think my wrestling collection's bad now? I would have been like, fuck it. All my money's going to plastic toys. That's it.
You know, that's funny because some of these OnlyFans models say the same thing.
Hey! Anyway, we're being brought to you by Super Bird Tequila, even though Tommy's not here, and Arthur Katina Wine and Liquor. Yes, thank you very much for your sponsorship towards Fight Factory Wrestling. What are they sponsoring? They're sponsoring the War on the Shore. Yes, so we are getting closer. I say
You're
that.
not in the bathroom.
I say that as if like we're still not like 5.5
Bro,
months
6
away.
months goes very, very fast.
Yeah, we
let's
know
not-
this from
let's
last
not-
year.
let's not go- I mean, not really. I felt
it
like
does.
I felt like a crawl last year, but anyway.
No. The beginning stages felt like a crawl.
We're February. We're in February. We've made a couple more announcements since the last time we spoke. We have Gangrel. We have the return of the bad boy Joey Janela, and of course we have independent wrestling phenom and WWE ID Marcus Mathers.
Not Marshall's brother.
Not Marshall's brother. Even though
I wonder if he's going to be on that Evolve show.
I want to say that's what they're going to be doing with the WWE ID guys. That's my take on it. But now my problem with that is if they start going WWE-ish, are they going to pull back their independent stuff? Because if that's the case, we lose Marcus Mathers.
Wow.
Him too. Both him. Eminem.
I think WWE
Shady.
will let them do their independent bookings.
I don't know about all that. I really, I mean, think about it. Like TNA lets it happen for now. AEW barely lets it happen without a headache. You know, I'm just trying to think.
No,
Anyway.
I'm holding my tongue.
Okay, hold that tongue. Speaking
We
of
spoke about that.
the bad boy, Joey Janela, shout out to gang shit, hashtag. Good job, Joey, for holding your own down there in that ridiculous
Let's talk about the table launch for a
viral
second,
fight.
shall
Can
we?
we talk about that? Can we talk about the most impressive thing about the entire fight?
The whole fight
was the
was a
chest
throw.
pass
The
of a
chest
table.
pass of a table.
So it's one of those round tables. It was a big ass
It
table,
was
and
one
I'm
of
just
those.
like,
It was those thick,
God.
old school tables.
yeah, dude.
And you picked it up like it was nothing. You threw it at a person.
And this person,
threw it at a
person who
person.
used the hashtag gang shit, gang deleted his video because he exposed himself, really. I mean, he put it out there. He's like, yeah, Joey got. And it's like, yeah, no, we're watching a video and
Yeah, I mean-
you got, if I'm not mistaken. That was such a ridiculous
what did he say?
thing.
Got them boots? And
I
it's
don't
like,
even know,
He
dude.
didn't get anything.
He tried. He's like, and he like
You
whiffed.
flicked his hair.
You whiffed. You like. I felt like Joey felt like he was in the Matrix. All of a sudden, he was like, just didn't
I
feel
felt
anything.
bad for Megan Bain throughout the whole thing.
You know what's funny? The post that.
Why? She looked like, all right, handle
Well,
it.
no, the post that Joey put out there immediately following what you wanted to nip it in the butt.
Oh, the apology.
I saw you that, but nip it in the butt. I was like, the butt, dude? It's the bud. Nip it in the butt.
Nip it in the bud.
But it's so funny because people called him out like, I don't know what nip him in the butt means, but
Yeah.
this is funny. But he said, he was like, Megan was there thinking that it was another one of Joey's like, let's go viral moments or whatever. Like, it was not even planned. And I'm like, well, dude, like, no. Like, that guy came up there like a bat out of hell, tried to get tough. And at first, when I heard his name, I thought he was a lot bigger. And then I saw a lot of pictures. He's not. He's a twerp. Like,
Dude,
there's-
let's talk. Did you
He's
see
a
the
boxer?
Did you see the initial push that he did?
Horrific boxer. What?
I was like, what?
And then not
That's
for,
how it started?
but not for nothing. Straight up, you want to talk about gang shit? GCW locker room. they're all there. They all had Joey's back, and let me tell you, the one that looks like
I saw Doc
Harry
Martin.
from Home Alone. Yeah, him. I love that guy, by the way. I'm missing his name, and that's my fault. But he jumped in there right away, dropping bombs, and I'm like,
Joey, I kicked his face.
Yeah. I think you said like a screenshot of like just
Dude, it's just like
a boot in
all
the
you
mush.
see is just a chokehold and him like this, and then the next still shot I took was like this with a foot.
Well, it reminds me of the ECW locker room back in the day.
Yeah, I mean they just caped up for their boy, and that's
There was
talk shit, get hit, dog.
Listen,
That's what happened.
From what I saw, it looked like there was a girl that put a Doc Martin to his face as well.
Oh well, again.
Oh, the Doc Martin stompers. Remember that?
Oh, dude, that's no joke. I think it was like 3 inches thick.
Yeah.
This ought to leave a mark. But anyway, shout
The
out
only
to Joey
thing that'll have impact.
Hopefully, listen.
That's
he
3
did,
inches.
He did tweet out that he tore his bicep, but he's going to run through it and see what happens. So
Is it the bicep or the tricep?
at this point, it's an arm, and he's got to be careful.
It's an arm injury.
So he's an arm injury, but Joey's going out to Defy, I believe, in Seattle this weekend. So I mean, he's not giving a shit. And in fact, I'm pretty sure he's going into a street fight
Get your
into
money,
Defy.
brother.
So
Well,
go
I
get
did
yours.
I did a little research on.
Tommy did recon.
Tommy did some
tricep.
dirt sheet research.
If it's a torn tricep, if it needed surgery, it would have to be done within 2 to 3 weeks.
And if what happens if you don't get the surgery?
Because it's probably like a shit ton of scar tissue, and then it makes it a million times worse.
Because I've always seen, because you could tear your bicep and not get it repaired. It's
Yeah,
when
my
your
grandfather had it. It was like
Right.
a
You
rock.
can do
like
that
a
with
rock
basically
that
any
go-
muscle. You can do it with your ACL, quad, stuff like that.
I couldn't.
You're right.
I couldn't walk. I couldn't walk with my ACL.
No.
meniscus.
You're missing half a leg.
Yeah.
So there's a difference.
Here comes the meat grinder. Anyway, so
Grab my strong leg.
yeah, grab a strong leg.
I know it's gross.
So the tickets are moving. We want to thank everybody out there who's jumping
Yeah,
all over
holy
this.
crap.
Yes, it's really. Listen, man, 3 people announced. We have a lot of people already booked and ready to go. I will say, and I have to preface this, and I'm sorry that I'm gonna call one person out.
Oh God!
But the one thing that I asked, when we put out the
Oh my
20-man
God,
invitational,
Does it start with an M?
uh-huh. And it
Ends with an M?
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So it's like we told you not to. Yeah, right. We told you not to. I know.
Don't beg.
Yeah, I told you not to DM anybody or DM me or any of the guys to like begging for a spot, and we're getting these messages that are sent to the Instagram, and it's one person in particular, and I texted his guy who's on the show, and I said, "Hey, can you come get your boy?" Like,
Got a pretty prominent role in our show, in our
huge
company.
role in our show. So it's like, hey man, can you tell him what not to do? Because I feel like he's missing the point. I would love to use this said kid. I would.
Yeah.
But you gotta go about it a different way, man. It's just like it's so. I don't know. I don't want to
about we
call
do
it
this?
desperate.
How
but
about we do this?
fucking Christ.
If you can last 2 weeks
Without
without a
tagging us.
DM and or a comment on a post,
And now we're gonna find out if he watches the show.
you're our guy.
Because this show is the show that the pro wrestlers watch.
Listen, it's not that we don't.
dubbed it that.
It's not that we don't appreciate it, and we understand everybody wants to have work. Everybody wants. We love the fact that everybody wants to be on the show.
Sure, it's interest.
But there's 20 spots, and we already have the majority of it filled.
I think it's like 12 or 13 of the 20 are
You know,
filled, and we're still looking. And
We're vetting. We're doing our due diligence. We want to make sure people represent us the way that we want to be
we
represented.
made it really, really clear
Very
what we
clear.
were looking at. And I maybe I was mistaken at first when I said, hey, we want all up-and-comers. That's not true, because we do have veterans in there that we have booked, and we will announce those people as we feel fit. But yeah, man, let's lay off the tagging. Let's lay off the, hey guys, still waiting. It's like I want to reply like, keep waiting. Like I don't know what to tell you. Like this is ridiculous at this point. So stop begging. I don't like that. It's kind of stupid, and you're better than that. You're a very talented individual. So if you can
we
go,
like you.
and we like I like the kid. I've known the kid for a long time. So just stop. Make a massacre of yourself.
No, stop.
Yeah, no, stop, please don't.
Oh no!
Oh no! It's like he's
As he
all
steps over the pile.
hurt and stuff. Right. It's like I gotta get my lifts in my shoes.
Let me get my jerky out of the fridge.
Anyway,
Nice sneakers, by the
anywho,
way.
Who put beef jerky in the
Nice
fridge?
sneakers.
yeah, I wore them at the Rumble. You were here, and
I
you
was
were
looking
here.
at your feet, though.
Pain,
Oh,
my
did you
friend.
see which ones I'm getting? They come
Pain,
out. They come
my
out
man.
in
First
April.
of all,
What?
Sean Donovan, Danny Moff, Vargas, who are all here. Tommy D was here. Tommy Tequila said he couldn't make it. Chris Payne ribbed us again 2 years in a row. That I was like, 2 years in a row. I'm like, damn, man, I really wish Payne could be here. Next
Yeah, but
thing
he
you
makes
know,
an entrance.
the Macho King comes walking through, jacket, gloves, glasses,
Macho Payne,
hair.
Chris Savage.
It was unbelievable. Like the ambiance. And the best part about all this, he brought pretzels from Philly Pretzels, man. And those things are the tits.
And it wasn't the cheap ones either. It was the big one, the party tray that's supposed to fit feed.
And can we talk about
it's
the
supposed
fact
to feed 20 people, and the 5 of us killed it.
it was pretty much empty by the time I threw it out at the end of the night.
and let's get one gripe out of the way. How the fuck do you come to a party with Popeyes and bring no biscuits?
That is a no-no, Moff.
I got hot sauce.
Papa.
Yeah, God, good for you.
That's a no-no. But he did bring like 36 Miller
I'm a
Lights,
Caucasian.
and we ran by. I believe it was like. It's like, it is now time for the men's Royal Rumble. And I'm like, hey, we're out of beer. Shit. Like,
Then all of a
how do we
sudden,
run
old
out?
fashions became
And shout out to Donovan, man. What a chemist over there. Oh, you know what? I saw those colors.
Wow.
I saw that.
my wife's getting them for my birthday.
They're very nice. They're very Fight Factory-esque. You won't be able to see it. Maybe I'll edit it in post. I probably won't. But
No, you probably won't.
Shut up.
Just take this picture and put it right here between our faces.
I'm well
We
aware.
have the Fight Factory one up here, right?
Yeah, it's WrestleMania season. Just gotta point to the side. But anyway, so Royal Rumble comes and goes. Myself and Josh Chernoff talked about a lot of this on the Wrestling Hour this week. We recorded last night. Similar story.
A fucking tan. Nope.
Similar storylines that I'd like to discuss with you guys because I'd like to hear your opinions and I'll kind of shed my light on some of this stuff. But obviously, we'll start with the men's Royal Rumble. Obviously, shockwaves were thrown through the internet wrestling community. Everybody was in a frenzy. Yeah. So here's the thing.
No, I love the ending.
I'm not upset about the ending.
I love the ending.
I thought overall it was.
I mean, look,
No surprises. They did it to us again.
That's the problem, though. You got to stop going into these things saying we're going to get surprises. We're going to get surprises.
Hendry's not a surprise. Everyone in their mother knew he was coming, even if we didn't know.
Hendry was the only surprise. The return of AJ Styles was a surprise.
Original AJ Styles too, not
the OG AJ Styles. Yeah. Same music. The original music, everything. So he came out there, did his little hoodie flip, and it looked like he was making his debut all over again. But he looks great. He had a great showing. A couple other guys had phenomenal showings. Jacob Fatu went in there, absolutely slaughtered it. But ultimately, the winner is Jey Uso. Now,
love it.
We all kind of said, we kind of hinted at, is there a shot that he could win this thing? We really didn't think that it was a possibility. We were all kind of leaning on Punk. But man, oh man, as it was getting thinner, like with the people, I was like, wait a minute. Like, no, he's still in there, but like, all right, he's probably going to make it to like top, Final Four, like, and then eventually get tossed by Drew. Drew gets thrown out mega early. And I feel like, well, you've been reading some more on that, and I think...
And it wasn't just Drew that was pissed. Damian Priest was pissed.
And this is because of LA Knight?
Apparently he went to business for himself.
But by doing what?
I guess they weren't supposed to get thrown out by him when they were. I don't know. Nobody's giving you the actual details of
listen,
it. Think about that being a non-story.
We've been in Rumbles before. If you don't want to get thrown out, you're not getting thrown out.
Some of us have won one.
But here's my thing. Now, because you guys have done it.
I'm the ticket seller.
How hard is it? Like, it's got to be difficult to set that up. Like, you're going out at this time. It's got to be hard because everybody that's in there is trying to...
Here's the structure.
You're trying to shine a little bit while you're in there.
The structure is, you know what you're doing when you get in. You tussle with a million people, and then you're going to hear from one of the referees saying, it's time for, McIntyre to be eliminated. So you know who's supposed to eliminate you. You find that person and say, run the spot, eliminate me.
When you have your
That's
breakdown,
how you know what's
when you have
happen.
your breakdown, at least on the indies, when you have a Rumble, it has your name and who's throwing you out.
Right.
And that's what you're supposed to do.
And you got to go find your dancing
Whatever
partner
you
when
do
it's
in
time.
between then, you have time to find out where your name is on the list, and then when you're getting thrown out later on. In between that time is when you're supposed to set up what you're supposed to do. Now you're not supposed to go out there and run spots.
No, your time to shine is when you get in.
Immediate entrance is when you do that stuff.
And you got to find somebody you got to find a couple people that'll bump around for you.
Yeah.
If you're coming in there, like throwing lines or whatever, or pop up power, whatever it is, you got to find those people that will agree, right? Because nobody's going to know what the hell you're about to do on the fly. You have to actually literally
you can call it in a ring in a Rumble.
You could be like, hey, I'm coming in. Like you can literally run it on the way. Like I'm coming to power bomb everybody, and everybody's just gonna be like, oh okay,
But you're also going to go after guys that aren't top echelon either. So like you're going to go for the lower guys. Now, there is a specific instance that I'm going to bring up because I don't know if you guys saw it. I only saw it later on because I watched the replay. Did you see the moment that Roman gave Braun?
Speared the hell out of him.
Well, I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Some people might not talk about that as like being a big deal.
That was
Huge
that was
deal.
amazing.
Roman Reigns had himself a showing, dude. Like,
kind of felt bad for his ending, but
well, no, the ending.
I thought the ending was that was the best. That was the best elimination of the whole entire
I'm
thing.
talking about Seth after.
No, I'm saying that.
yeah, no,
but that
that was-
sets up WrestleMania, man. Let's go.
And
Let's do
Heyman.
Seth and Roman.
And Heyman on the floor, on the floor.
Yeah. Like,
You know who the biggest loser of that Rumble was?
Speed, dude.
Yo, did you see his leg?
Well, that was like Matt Burn or something. He was just
No,
like,
that was from the table.
what table? Oh, he got thrown. That's
He got
right.
thrown over his head by Otis.
Fine.
After the spear.
After the spear, dude. Like, we're all. I mean, me and Payne, we're taught how to take a bump. We're taught how to take a move. Speed might know a little something because he's been around for a little while.
You don't know shit with that taking.
But that dude, Braun Breaker, was at his peak speed and took him out as if he was at the goal line and he was about to score a touchdown.
Bro, that was
And
dummy. That
Braun
was
Breaker-
dummy work at training camp.
Right. that was unbelievably hard, and the landing, he stuck him in the rack.
that's
There was
15
no
yards.
bump. That's
That's
a
a
personal
15
foul.
yarder. He had a
that is
foul.
specifically if you hit Mahomes like
Picked
that.
him up, drove him into the ground.
Dude, body
Oh my
weight,
God.
everything. I was like, dude.
There's a picture of him. He looks like a fucking orca as he's holding him. That's how he's diving into the mat with him.
And you saw the look on Speed's face. That's not a sell. That is
pure pain.
That is has no breath.
I don't care
in
how
his
many
lungs.
bumps you've taken in your career. That's got to be the scariest fucking thing coming at you at 23 miles.
And not
an
only
hour
that,
off
he
the
just
rope.
turns around and doesn't have more than an
He's like
iota
sideways.
of a second.
He's like sideways.
And he's like, "Bang!" He just, he's gone. And I'm like,
and then he
wow.
throws him. Then he fucking power lifts him to fucking Oz 2.0.
Yeah, he catches him, throws him again, like Speed straight
Always
up.
looked like the Wizard of Oz.
Yeah,
And by the way, the behind the scenes shit with Triple H, like, Speed, you're in the Rumble. And he's like, what?
No, I'm not.
Yeah, dude, it was like,
No, you got to go in there.
it was like, you know what it reminded me of? Rookie of the Year, when he was like, I dare you to run. He's like, what? That's what it reminded me. He's talking to Stephanie McMahon. Yeah, he's talking to Stephanie McMahon. He's like, man, this has been such a crazy, cool experience. He's like, Speed, you're in the Rumble. What? he runs in there.
Can we sidebar for a second before I forget this? Because this is another point that I had. I was
Sure.
actually going to write notes today.
Yeah, well, you didn't.
Triple H taking pictures backstage with like the champions and stuff like that is very equivalent to Roger Goodell giving dabs to first round picks in the draft. That's what
I
it's
can see the
almost
correlation.
like. You know what I'm saying?
But I love it. I think it's great.
Because he took a picture with Hendry right before he went out to the Rumble. He said,
Yeah, you ever think you'd see that?
He goes, next thing you know, Hunter's taking me, and he's like pointing, and I'm like, oh, we're doing it.
He's wearing
Triple H
but
point.
he's wearing the TNA championship belt.
Yeah.
Taking the picture, which like
Welcome to 2025.
I'm
man.
telling you.
That's so cool. I'm sorry.
Could you imagine what the business would be like right now if they would have did the joint venture when AJ, Samoa, Daniels,
like peak,
all those
peak
guys.
TNA when
Yeah.
everything was like, even Kurt Angle was over there doing his thing.
Motor City Machine Guns were there then.
Right. Fucking Aces and Eight, like all that shit.
oh come on, it wasn't
I
that
like
bad.
Aces and Eight.
I enjoyed Aces and Eight too. I
That's
didn't.
not
I didn't
peak
care
TNA.
for Wes Briscoe, but
You're fine. But yeah, so
that was like NWO Timu.
it really was. I mean, yeah, I guess.
Bully was great. It was
NWO
just-
had like 8 fucking
Even Taz
layers
was in it. Even Taz was in
Yeah,
it.
but when you had the like the initial,
Remember
the
how-
initial guys, and then afterwards you're like,
Didn't they have? Wasn't it? What was it called? The Main Event Mafia.
Yep.
yeah.
Was it Sting?
Steiner,
Nash?
Sting, what the hell is
Sting,
his name?
Nash, Booker T.
Desmond Wolf.
Oh my god! Yeah, it was.
I'm out here making a name for myself.
Dude.
So bring your ghetto booty down to this ring. And bro, he was expecting like the biggest like reaction ever, and it never landed.
Oh,
He was like,
man.
so bring your ghetto booty to this ring because I'm gonna kick it. And it was like,
It's really good. So look, the internet was ablaze because here, and this is what I said yesterday, and I'm like, you know, this happened with, all right, so the following characters in WWE have gotten themselves over to the point where the fans wanted them to win so bad. Zack Ryder, Rusev with the Rusev Day shit, right? Bobby Roode, how many people were doing the glorious thing? They get over and
One of my
over and over,
favorite
and you're like, the
entrances.
fans are like, please get him the big spot, right? So now you have a guy like Jey Uso who's been around the block for like 20 fucking years. He's doing his thing. He's got one word catchphrase where people are just going fucking batshit nuts. The parents, the kids, the moms, the dads, everybody loves this guy. He wins the Royal Rumble, and what does everybody say? Ah, yeah.
Dude, they loved it, and then they were like, okay, but now what?
Yeah, but dude, this is what you guys wanted. Why can't the internet wrestling community just fucking, for the love of God, just be happy?
They've been pissing me off with this, right? It's like, listen, we didn't pick. Well, he actually thought that Jey Uso might have had the shot to win.
I thought realistically it was going to be Punk like the rest of us, but then I said I think Jey Uso's got the outside shot.
With these people, you're not insulting him when you're supposedly calling him a mid-carder. I understand a lot of you don't understand it, and until I really got into this world with you guys, that would have been something stupid that I would say. If you look at some of the best wrestlers in history, they were mid-card guys.
Yep.
Mr. Perfect.
Roddy Piper.
Rick Rude.
Rick Rude.
And Roddy Piper only won the Intercontinental belt once.
Think
about that.
Which is nuts.
Karen Deaver.
Karen Deaver. You said
Well, we did it twice.
we did it more than once.
But you're not. First of all, you're not insulting them in the way that you think that you are, and you don't know shit. Sitting with Moff and Donovan and even Vargas with you guys, listening to
Straight
all
out of penitentiary.
Dude, that was a fucking great
listening
story.
to all of you guys talk about how things work.
That was leisure time in the yard.
A lot of you should just stop fucking commenting until you actually sit down with somebody who's been in the business, been a very big part of the business, because you don't know shit. And you trolling, bait-clicking idiots. You just sound fucking stupid. And you get somebody like me.
Print it.
You get somebody like me kicked off Facebook when I call you a fucking moron. Shut the fuck up.
Meta.
I really hope this gets clipped up. Shut the fuck up. You don't know the business. You don't know shit.
Is that him
Watch
trying to
your
tell me?
fucking TV.
Is that him trying to tell me Dave?
That's him
clipped this
saying
up?
Dave's clips are too much of you talking. Well, I know how to cut, so.
Dude, it's been burning me so bad since Saturday. And for a guy like Moff,
it's called Preparation H, bro.
yeah, for a guy like Moff,
Feels good
who was
on the
literally
whole.
almost in tears when he saw Jay won.
Yeah.
How fucking awesome
Well,
is that?
we all know his family too, so.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like, that's fucking real. So you pieces of shit at home, like, the shit that you're talking, you suck.
Pieces of shit. Listen, yes.
Listen, scumbags!
In case you didn't know, the internet might have tickled him the wrong way.
I don't know what may give you that impression.
I have no idea. He
Couldn't
sounds
tell
like
ya.
he could be in a bad mood today. Not sure.
I don't know.
It's just, it's bothering me so bad.
All I know is it's not the other company, so.
Yes, right.
Like, listen, they wouldn't give him the entrance that he has if he was just a mid-carder. The fucking lights move
Bro,
to
the
the
guy's
crowd.
been selling the most fucking merch for the last year.
I was telling Josh, I said, they make this guy a new colored shirt based off the town they're in.
Yeah.
He wore orange on Monday because they were in Cleveland.
Yeah, bro,
right?
he
Like,
had,
this is happening.
So when he was in San Jose, he had the Yeet San Jose Sharks.
Yep.
When he was in Philadelphia, they had the Yeet Philly Flyers.
Dude, but he did this on his own. And
It's
then-
it's Austin. Remember when? Because I have a New York 316.
Yes.
with the smoking
They
skull
do
on the
that
back.
shit.
They had Cena.
Yep.
In the town.
Cena did the
Royal
had one.
Rumble.
Cena had one for the Rumble.
Yeah.
And that's another thing. John Cena, what do you guys think about the actual final elimination where it was just a shove off the... It wasn't like a super kick. It wasn't a bicycle kick. It wasn't a suplex. It wasn't anything. It was straight up miss, shove, goodbye, Cena. He sticks the landing and Cena's like, oh, shit. I thought it was so well done. Because it's like you don't see that shit enough. You have to see move.
The three best exits eliminations in the Royal Rumble were Braun by Roman, because even though we hit him with the spear and he let him have his moment, he said, "Hey, I'm the big dog still. I just outsmarted you. I thought you were going to throw me."
Right.
And then Punk with Rollins and Roman, and then I thought that the ending was like, because it's like another one that's like, well, you're the older guy, but I outsmarted you.
Right.
But also look at when you saw that press conference with Cena.
No, dude, I think that press conference was genius because it's showing you that Cena has now switched gears.
He switched gears, and now he's using the phrase "best for business" a lot.
Yep.
And the last person to say "best for business" a lot was one Seth Rollins, who turned his back on the nation. I say the nation, the WWE universe, and became a champion. Right. So it's like, okay, so now that sucked. So now.
No paper throw.
It's okay. So now you got Cena on another level, who's already using his 25 years to say, hey, by the way, I ain't qualifying for shit. I'm in the elimination chamber, by the way. So that he's it.
He shared it in the album.
Oh my God! Tommy Tequila sent us a 6-minute video to a text, and I said, "We're never gonna see this."
Bro,
because
if this
it's
doesn't get us a
low.
sponsorship with the company that we're aiming for,
I
Jesus
heard,
Christ.
yeah. So anyway, so Cena gets a big rub. The elimination. By the way, cinema,
Cinnamon?
and cinnamon.
Cinnamon. Cinnamon.
When the fuck do we get ice cream? What?
Mall closed at 9 o'clock. It's midnight.
The fucking cinematography of that scene of Seth Rollins on a zoom in, and behind him is Mufasa, aka Roman Reigns. His hair is like out to here. I'm like,
yeah, I said that, Mufasa.
I said
They did two shots
I said
like
he's
that.
gonna murder.
They did
this
two
dude.
shots like that when they had Jacob Fatu front and center, and then Braun right behind
Let's
him.
talk about that for a moment.
Great production.
Did you see how many fucking... This is how, like, dynamic, great word, dynamic, Jacob Fatu is. Because they showed him on multiple different points throughout the Rumble, facing off. There was fucking guy after guy after guy where Jacob could make any
Because it was like his
a
introduction to
gazillion
some of
bucks.
these guys.
Yeah. He
And-
did it with Roman. He did it with Bro.
Bro, he is-
I cannot fucking wait, and I really hope that they wait until either one of them are a heavyweight champion or a WWE champion for Braun and Jacob.
I want it in Hell in a Cell. I don't want it in
Jesus
a regular.
Christ,
I
now
want
you're
it
really
We don't wanna hurt them.
Yeah, we're going all off the wall there.
I wanted a match.
Yeah, right. I just want a one-on-one. And how hard is that?
And it's like they sprinkled it earlier on. In
They
Raw,
did,
and
and you're still gonna get.
do we know where is Solo, by the way?
Oh, it's perfect how Solo has exited and said, like, remember, the next time you're supposed to see Solo, he was supposed to acknowledge Roman Reigns, and he left.
Right.
He's like, fuck this, I'm out. So
Also, we don't have a
we'll
favor
see.
yet from fucking Heyman and Punk.
And I think that favor could either be now. Look, he's in the chamber already.
Yeah, but I wonder if that whole favor thing changed because of what had come out.
I don't think
Before
that
the
has.
Rumble.
Listen, so
It could have been a way. It
I
could
know
have
what
been
you're-
one of them.
I know
and
what you're saying, but when you
hopefully
look at the whole entire totality of what is going on, doesn't mean shit. It doesn't.
Right.
No, but
Just being named as something doesn't mean anything. If you're
right.
being
But
named
TK,
as a
remember,
witness,
it's
it
not
doesn't mean
just
shit.
it's not just WWE involved in this. It's TKO too. So they
I
might
understand,
not
I
wanna-
understand
careful,
that, but
you know?
when you're not
Which
actually,
I think it's fucking stupid.
you're
Anyway.
not being accused of a criminal thing or anything
No.
devious. So,
Again, we joked about OnlyFans.
They may
you chicks
postpone
do
it.
this all the time on there.
but they may well, we do that just to be jerk offs.
Yeah.
They may postpone it or delay it a little bit, but I think it's still going to happen if it does.
We'll see.
If it's in the cards, it's going to happen.
Right. If they have it planned, and we're talking about Brock Lesnar, obviously. If they have it planned, it will happen. If it's something completely different, rock on. You had us all kind of swerved, and that's fine.
All right, now I have two more topics unless you have a breakdown because I am on a roll today with things that I want to talk
If you're
about.
still talking about the Rumble, go for it.
No, it was at the end of Raw.
Okay, cool. So we'll get to that in a second because I want to talk about a little bit about Kevin
Nothing
Owens.
to do with scenario either. It's just
Kevin
a cool
Owens
little
and
fact.
Kevin Owens and Cody Rhodes absolutely
Kevin
slaughtered each
Owens,
other.
you got to give that guy the fucking all the flowers in the damn world for those bumps. that he's
Alabama
taken.
Slammer.
Oh
He's
my
been-
God.
Kevin Owens has been on his A game, promo wise, in ring work. He's been one of the best ever since he's debuted at WWE. It's
Yeah, but
not
you
even
just got to let him stay heel.
right, and I
Just
think
leave it.
But I think even when he's face, he says a lot of heelish shit, like sarcastic jerk off.
Yeah, he's the
stuff.
asshole.
He's an asshole.
He's the
Stone
asshole.
Cold. Stone Cold was never dubbed a baby. I'm not comparing. I'm not.
It kind of sounds like
What I'm trying to say is Stone Cold was never
Esque.
dubbed
Esque.
a baby face.
Stone Cold.
Yeah, the anti-hero.
The anti-hero. That's what Kevin Owens is, I think. I think Kevin Owens comes off as like he'll do what's right. And
He's
look,
got a good heart, but they tolerate him.
right. So the match, the bumps that this dude has taken throughout the course of this match is just insane. Both of them, right? Just both of them. And obviously it ends with the Alabama Slam through the ladder.
Dude,
where
and the way he rolled into it.
folds him up. It folds him up, and he's such a good seller that he just sits there, right? Folded up like a lawn chair. Cody Rhodes gets the win. And Cody Rhodes, now we've been talking about it. You've been saying it a little bit about the heel turn thing. I feel like Cody Rhodes in that moment went over to the table, stood on the table, said something. Nobody really knows or said or broke that down, I don't think. But that was like full-blown Homelander shit. When you're up there saying, I just murked you, dog, and like you're holding up the belt, and you're like, damn, dude, like you could have just took your win like a noble winner and walked off into
Well,
the
and-
sunset.
When
If
they think
this
they're gonna
was-
boo when he gets cheered, and he's like,
If this was a couple months ago, he probably would have just held it in the ring and then walked out. Like I said, I think we're starting to see
something.
If you want to see another comparison, you're a Star Wars mark, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so remember when Anakin was first starting to get like sprinkles of like the dark side in him, and like they kept like showing. Oh, it's like it's right before he becomes the Darth Vader.
Okay.
Nerds,
Right?
Yeah.
Right? Like he has like that sinister, but not really. Like you could see it's there.
Yeah.
Like the twinkle.
The darkness I see in him.
Okay, well, we're off on a Star Wars tangent now.
Call your old is healed.
Nerds, are we?
I know. We're 40-year-old men talking
like
about
the
wrestling, but
Cowboys.
we're nerds because we like Star Wars.
What is it? Wait. What is the? Oh man, I saw the. Who is that big, very, very big, intimidating boxer? The black dude. He used to
Deontay Wilder?
Wilder. That whole like. To the end of days. To
Oh,
the end
yeah,
of
yeah.
days, right? And it's saying like me as a 40-year-old wrestling, or somebody asking me how long I'm gonna be a wrestling fan for. It's like to the end of days, or whatever he says.
If Tommy Tequila was here today, you would have popped because you started talking about boxing.
Yeah, I know. He loves boxing.
Yeah, boxing.
But
guy.
and honestly, if you think about it, a couple months ago, Cody wouldn't have done that Alabama Slam spot with
I don't think
with the
so,
ladder.
but anyway.
So I think we're starting to see that turn. And thank God.
Fantastic match. We'll get into the end of Raw because it kind of gets spicy with that. But Women's Royal Rumble, we had some surprises. The return of Alexa Bliss, very excited about that. She had an awesome jacket.
Well, did you hear the rumor with that?
No.
That she signed her contract 6 hours before the Rumble and then hopped on a plane.
Wow.
Good for her. That's awesome.
That's the rumor that I've been reading.
That's pretty fucking cool, to be honest with you. And I didn't even know she was out without a contract. I just thought she was pregnant, had a baby, and
that's
had
what they
to
were
wait.
saying. Like it was like a contract dispute.
Oh, really? I didn't know that. But anyway, so she comes back. We had a lot of TNA, NXT crossover. Obviously, Jordan Grace was introduced as a WWE superstar. I don't know if anybody caught that. That was cool.
Did you see the video of her kicking Bianca Belair in the back of the head while she's sitting on top of Naomi, and Bianca Belair just starts breaks out laughing because she's kicking her head into her chest, and she keeps going like this. and then when she comes back up, she's like this.
No,
They were having fun in there. They were all having fun.
And then Jordan
in
Grace
there.
like bent over laughing, so you couldn't see it.
How are we feeling about Charlotte?
Charlotte looks horrible.
Well, fuck, looks aside, Botox aside, all the fucking work. Dude, ready? Steph comes downstairs the other day. We're watching Raw. I'm watching Raw. She goes, "Who's that?" I was like, "It's Charlotte." She goes, "No, it's not." And I was like, "Yeah, it is." How much is enough, ladies and gentlemen? Just like I compared this on Twitter to tattoos. Like when somebody gets one tattoo, they're like, "Oh, I love tattoos now," and they get like a whole sleeve. When you get Botox or work done on your
No,
face,
she had cheek lifts.
what?
She definitely had work. She had a lift.
She did a lot of shit. So it's like, all right, so how much is enough? Because you work
after.
you weren't a bet. Like I thought Charlotte was attractive back in the day, right? I mean, like now it's
The
like
boob
she had
job
a
would have been.
pretty
The boob
face.
job was enough. Should have just left it alone.
I didn't even realize she had a boob job. But anyway, she wins the Rumble. And the part I was going to bring up to you guys is the Raw promo after, where I was telling you guys on the text, like, go heel, go full heel. Because she was trying to tell everybody how much she missed everybody, how much, how hard the road was to get back and blah, blah, blah. And now we're discovering there's been a divorce with her. So, like, she's been going through some shit.
That must have been an odd locker room at the Rumble, huh?
Yeah, well, whatever. I mean, you also had Nikki Bella and John Cena in the same locker room, too.
That's
true. Nikki Bella made a return in the Women's Rumble, which, again, when 30 went off and it was her music, I'm like, oh. It was like
There is a
felt like the
video.
balloon just went
time,
flying.
it's that time of year again where she doesn't shit talk WWE because they put her on fucking TV.
Did you see the video of the it's that new dining experience where you can watch the sporting events?
Yes.
Did you see the reaction video?
Yes.
When Nikki Bella came out,
They weren't
everyone's
very
just
happy.
like
For the love of God.
Well, yeah, because how much shit her and her sister have talked about WWE very recently, like within a year.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, you're number 30.
Yeah.
The fuck?
I mean, again,
I mean,
star
if
appeal,
you take
whatever.
if you take looks aside from some of the girls that are in the Rumble, I mean, they're just unappealing on a character level. Like Raquel Rodriguez is terrible.
Oh, she's brutal.
Nia Jax is just. I think everyone's over her at this point.
Yeah, I mean, the whole...
I actually kind of dig her sarcasm with everyone because she knows that she's hated. And she's kind
gotta
of like,
embrace
fuck it, whatever.
You got to embrace it. And that's
No, she took a golf cart to the back and she was like this, double birds on the way out.
That's really funny.
So
I thought that was
I've always liked
hilarious.
her. I can't hate her.
You can.
She's playing her.
I don't hate
she's
her. I
playing
hate
the
her
hands-
ability.
Yeah, but she's
'cause she
playing the
has
hand
none.
that she's dealt.
dealt.
No, she's not dealt. She's
Dealt.
being given, not so much dealt. She's being given opportunities.
Right.
There's nothing. She's not dealt anything. Like she's not good, and then this is okay. Sorry, this is what you get. No, it's like you're not good, but we're gonna give you everything.
Yeah, it's
It's
none of that. Look again. The size works to her advantage. Meaning she's the only one that size.
That stupid fucking 6-woman elimination was so stupid.
It was horrible. But anyway, Charlotte dials up the heel.
And can we talk about the exaggeration on time? An hour and Bailey lasted an hour and 6 minutes, or Roxanne, whatever the fuck.
Well, remember, it's an
Bro,
hour.
it was not. Fuck, they were not fucking an hour. That did not feel like an hour.
The match is an
5
hour.
minutes to get to the ring.
The match itself has to be minimum
I'll
an
tell you
hour.
what, that did not feel like a fucking hour at all.
I didn't understand the timing of a lot of things either. Like he's been there for an hour and 17 minutes. I'm like,
Jay's been in there for half an hour, but the other one were in there for an hour and 6. I didn't believe it.
Yeah, the numbers.
Well, I mean,
are
think about it. So by the time they came from
It
the
don't matter.
entrance,
It's every 2 minutes,
yeah,
dude.
but by the time they came from the entrance to getting to the ring, it almost felt like after 10 seconds they were already starting the clock to count somebody else in.
So you're saying it was accurate?
Yeah, I think
right.
so.
So like you would think the time in like these statistics that these people were getting
It's
would be
wrestling.
accurate.
Everything's exaggerated.
I get it. Whatever. So
Just a lot
Charlotte
of shitty entrances.
looks like
no one
Charlotte
cared
and
about.
Rhea are heading towards a collision course for WrestleMania.
Well, I don't know. She didn't actually say
Yeah,
Rhea.
well, Jey Uso said he's also going to go holler at Cody. Everybody knows Jay's going to go after Gunther.
I don't think they should do Rhea and
I
and
think
Charlotte
they should.
again.
I think they should run that back, man. It was like, what was it 4 years ago?
I mean, yeah, but they've done it twice.
Oh, it's Virginia. I got to take it.
They've done it twice.
people.
But I guess there really is no other. I'd like to see Io Sky and Rhea, honestly.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens at the Chamber. So the end of Raw. Did you have something to bring up?
It had nothing to do with the
Actual glitching of
content.
Raw.
Well, besides that.
Jesus Christ, Netflix.
No,
Like,
there
what
was
are we doing?
somebody pointed it out. I'm going to go back and check it out to verify that it actually happened. So you know that they're done with Revo or Def Rebel, whatever it is, the music.
All right.
Did you notice who was on the fuck? They said that was on the fuck. The kid showed it. Jim Johnston,
What?
the guy that made all the
Yeah.
fucking.
What about that?
He's back.
But what does that have to do with the glitching?
Oh no, I'm just saying. Besides the glitching.
Oh.
I was like,
At the
I'm
end-
waiting for like,
we're
okay,
talking
what was
about?
the reason
Where's
for
the
the
glitching?
glitching?
No, at the end of Raw, in the roll, the credits, it had
Paul Levesque.
yeah,
Executive producer.
and then it said music direction, whatever the fuck it is. It says Jim Johnston,
Oh shit.
and he apparently helped rewrite the New Day's new music.
I think the New Day's new music, by the way, not a bad. You needed it slow, somber, less like, hey, we're here. Like now we're here. You know.
Do you think they'll get like a Titus O'Neil fadeaway? In the sense of like, yeah, we're gonna push him away.
No, I mean, I think they have to dial it up a little bit and give him something. I mean, I don't know what, but I'm not really sure where they go with the New Day. But I know they're, you know,
I mean, do you have to though with all the new tags, the teams that they have out there?
I don't know, but you also have to get like I would love
Motor
for
City Machine Guns,
the whole
DIY,
thing.
the Vikings.
I would
mean,
love this whole thing to be wrapped up in Big E. You know, and
Yeah, but what
somehow
happened
get
to
him
the
back.
authors of Paint? You're just seeing Karrion Kross now.
By the way, and I brought this up yesterday on the Wrestling Hour. What they're doing with Killer Cross,
That's the best.
Carrying Cross, all the, whatever. I think
we talked about this at the Rumble, right?
I know, but I mean, like what he's really like, he dialed it up again. He just
He's Al
keeps
Pacino.
he keeps showing up.
Devil's advocate.
You're right. The devil, that's what Josh said, is the devil on the shoulder. Like he just keeps showing up. Like I have a friend, one of my best friends, and it's always this. Anytime something bad happens, like with either my sports teams or whatever else, he'll be like, all right, so like let's just say the Cowboys lost by a field goal, right? He'll come out and say like, so Dave, you were pretty mad that the Cowboys lost by a field goal, right? Like he's reiterating, like,
Yeah.
and I'm like, yeah, you know, like, I was mad. He's that guy. Karrion Kross is now that guy. It's like, so you're pissed, right? Are you mad at him? Because you should be, right? Like, but he's saying it in such a demonic way, and I think whatever they're doing or wherever that pays off, it's going to be
When
fucking
he's
great.
done wrestling, I think he will be one of the best wrestling managers.
Yeah, I mean,
Out there.
you got years and years and years to go.
Yeah, but I mean, like, just think about it. The way he is now, like the way he could talk on the mic and the stuff that he's doing now, you picture him doing that as a manager down the line.
he's come
Holy
such
shit.
a long way, man. He really has. I remember a colleague of mine told me about his first WWE tryout, and like it was promo class or whatever, and his promo started off like, "If you want to see Killer Cross win this match, give me a hell yeah," and everybody's like, "You just Somebody used to do that.
Yeah.
I don't know if you know this, but like it bombed, right? It bombed, and I was like, "Oh man, that's
I was
brutal.
so happy I got to see him wrestle at WrestlePro.
Yeah, and he was on the card when I did Impact's pay-per-view that I did. He was like one of the managers for Moose or whatever. It was in that same group. But anyway, Karrion Kross, all the shit they got going on with him is awesome. So was that your point, the Jim Johnson thing, before you said you wanted to talk about something at the end?
That was my Raw thing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So ending of Raw, obviously, Kevin Owens makes a return, attacks, does the package pile driver. Now, another internet were like, oh, again? Like, I don't know about you guys, but feed me this shit. Feed me another Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn food, because obviously Kevin Owens, or more or less Sami Zayn, is getting on his last nerve. You know, he's doing a lot of complaining.
He's beyond my last
Well,
nerve.
I'm saying he's doing a lot of complaining and a lot of like, you know.
Like, I
But
may arrest him just so he misses the next Raw.
Now you might get like another level of Sami Zayn that you didn't think
I
you were
think
going to
we
get.
need El Generico back from Ring of Honor. He comes out in the gear. That's what I think we should have.
I'd like to start
That'd be great.
seeing.
That
I'd like
would
to
be-
start seeing
that
them
would
do
be
what they
pretty
did on
cool.
the old school Raws, the old Attitude Era, where like everything's just fucking like melee.
Well, look, we're getting to that point because I think that the rosters, both rosters, SmackDown and Raw, are just loaded, man. It's like they're gonna have to find something to do with a lot of
They
these
got to
guys.
get rid of that blue mat on SmackDown. I don't know why. It
I like it.
fucking irks me.
I like it.
I don't know why I don't like
Canvas?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I like the black and the blue. I mean, it's perfect. It's literally their brands.
it. I don't know. Maybe if it was black in the middle and then like
When
blue
you
ring
see a
skirts.
colored canvas, you typically think like there's like a contract signing or some kind of
Yeah,
special
I don't
thing.
know what
But
it
now
is.
they're
It's just
wrestling on
I
it.
can't get into that ring for SmackDown. I don't know why.
Well, don't worry, you'll never be able to get in, so you're fine.
Boom.
You like that? I'm here all day, folks.
Especially not with your guy.
Tip your waiter.
I
Anyway,
don't have a guy.
he doesn't have a guy. He doesn't have a guy.
Until he calls you again.
He's fired. Or he fired him. I'm not really sure how that relationship
You like
is
the
working.
No, the
right?
promoter
the beaten woman
fired
and
the whole
just-
gimmick.
Beaten woman that keeps going back for more.
Yeah, it's just say no, Tommy. Just
walk
say no.
out.
Listen, you look like you're going to cut a fucking a record in Seattle with that fucking hair and that goddamn fucking plaid.
So
shirt
because you
got going
stuttered
on.
so many times, your joke fell flatter.
It really did.
Flatter than Charlotte's ass. So
Jesus
You have to
Christ.
actually have an ass to make the ass insult joke.
Don't we have that
be
conversation?
the light boom.
Yeah. But didn't she have a bubble before? What happened?
No!
No, she must have dated a
never.
really funny guy because she laughed her whole ass off. I'm on fire,
He's on
everybody.
fire today.
Guys, I mean, look, it doesn't, it's
Somebody had his
organic,
Wheaties
really.
this morning.
What?
Somebody had his Wheaties this morning.
I did not. I'm going to have my weed later
there
on.
you
But anyway, great Royal Rumble. I think it was a great Royal
wasn't
Rumble.
bad.
It wasn't bad. It was a good
wasn't-
time.
it
It was also,
wasn't-
you know why I think it was great? I dialed it up because I was with the boys and it felt like a really cool time to watch wrestling
again,
and
you
be
were
a
high.
fan.
Well, the problem is we set ourselves up for disappointment.
You set yourself up for disappointment.
We all did.
No, I don't go into these men's Royal Rumbles anymore with any aspirations of like, who's gonna come out next? Like, and then it's Dom Mysterio, and you're just like, oh.
Here's the thing, though, ready? So who are we actually expecting to come out?
That's what I'm
because
saying.
everyone's like 65.
So right. So now I'm thinking like, all right, so
I mean,
who are-
Ricky Morton did a fucking Canadian destroyer at
Everybody
GCW.
do a
fucking
Canadian
Ricky
destroyer.
Morton.
Wow, you were giving Morton credit. I was saying everybody could do a Canadian destroyer. Everybody can. Well, I saw the life.
Well,
what was it?
there's that too.
What's this guy? Ace. He did one at one of those Edison Fall
Scott D'Amore did one
festivals.
too.
Scott D'Amore. Yeah. Popeye.
Yeah, but still nothing was better than Moff and Jacob Fatu's.
I mean, those guys. Good thing. Good thing there was a couple young, strapping, good-looking gentlemen that got that match made before it was all too late.
Yep.
But anyway,
You dumb promoters that didn't want to
Hey,
pay.
ooh, we're not. You know, don't say dummy.
Don't relax,
That's not nice.
because then you're gonna be like, you're talking to me?
You're right. You know, all the promoters were like,
Everyone's
"What?"
dumb. So we were cool.
Yeah. Well,
You just called me a dick.
That's
what he
another.
said, but
That's
all right.
another world. But anyway, listen. Good Royal Rumble. Good times with the boys. All eyes now are in Elimination Chamber. You got Punk in it already. You got John Cena who's already in it. So that's going to be built up. I believe that's on March
we're still
1st.
talking.
And yeah, no, we're out of here. I'm trying to wrap it up so Payne can go protect and serve. So
I
yeah,
looked at my
that'll
pension
do.
numbers today. I'm very happy.
Yeah, that's good for
Good
you.
for you.
man. It's good for you. Even
And
though
that
even though that was one of your excuses for not coming on Saturday. You're like, yeah, if I call out, it screws up with my pension. And in my mind, I'm like, no, it fucking
He had it in the back of his fucking head the whole time. He was just ripping us the whole time.
I knew the whole week I was off.
I fucking knew. I'm sitting there like, man, it would be really cool.
I fucking asked for off because I knew we were doing it on Saturday last week. And I was like, listen, I said, I'm not doing overtime today. You mind if I bang out today? I was like, I'm not doing anything. And I'm like, yeah, whatever, do whatever. So I fucking slipped it in there, and I told my wife, I said, they got the Rumble on Saturday. I'm gonna go to the Rumble, and every day like, yo, why don't you just call out? I'm like, I can't. It's gonna fuck my numbers.
All of a sudden, yeah, he's making a
When
bigger
he
excuse
came in the door with his back, and you saw the Macho Man.
Hold on, I started cutting the promo in the hallway, so it got louder as I got closer.
Cup of coffee. Yeah, I'm like, what the hell is that? And here he is, just making a surprise. Anyway, look,
No pukesters on the list.
another episode. Keep your eyes and ears peeled on everything Fight Factory Wrestling. We're going to be announcing more things as
And
the
we may
weeks
do
go
a
on.
fucking watch party coming up. We got to see it. We're going to look into it.
Sure are. Yeah,
we're gonna
why
look
not?
into it. We talked about this.
Fucking why? Let's go. There's a lot of planning to go involved into the next installment of the War on the Shore.
That anybody would come.
So it's going to be a fun time. Get your tickets now. First row sold out. Second row and third row are moving. And I'm not one of these guys like, get them. They're going to be gone tomorrow. No, they're moving. So please.
We're more than half sold on seconds.
Yeah, and I think we're a
same
quarter.
thing. We're
Yeah.
right about half a third.
And thirds are less.
Thirds are less because we took the one row away for the
production
hard cam.
Yes.
So
So get them now.
if you guys
all,
if you're all smart marks, you know what
if
we're
you go on
talking about.
Eventbrite.com, you search War on the Shore, it pops up.
I do
bang,
think
get
you
your
have
tickets.
to put in the quote though, otherwise it's not going to pop up. The War on the Shore too. It doesn't pop up like that right away.
Yes, it does. I tried it.
Okay.
All right. All right.
Well, I'll go fuck myself.
So for Dave Sturchio, Tommy D, Chris Payne, and of course from afar, Tommy Tequila. This has been another episode of the Fight Factory Wrestling Podcast. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please like the video, share the video, tell your friends. If you don't want to watch us, because this guy's hard to look at, you can always download the audio wherever you get your
just zoom
podcast.
out.
Or just crop it.
Or zoom in, right?
Zoom
Yeah,
in on
zoom in.
me or him.
Or us.
The good looking
They
ones.
see you enough.
So that'll do it. See you guys.
If you want to see what Tommy looks like on a couch, you can go see what he looks like at work. Just go visit his traffic stop.
Says the man in the booth.
Hey, fuck you, bro.